Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm live. I am feeling like so much better. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm waiting for people to get in here. Hello. I am feeling so much better, y'all. I don't typically take like migraine medicines, but I did and I feel better. Somebody say hello. Hey, Salem. Salem, am I saying your name right? Sorry, I'm just texting Brittany. Um, let's chat. Hey, baby. My kid's already home and okay, thanks.
We can't throw that away because as soon as you pick
Hold
it
on.
up or drag it, it falls apart.
Okay. Why do you have a symbol that says number on your
It
hat?
says
Bear with
dumber.
my children.
Well,
Dumber?
it
Okay,
says
only my
dumber.
children.
It says dumber because Bentley said if you do
Oh,
dumber on your hat, I'll do dumb on my hat. So
okay.
he said
Okay.
dumb and I put dumber.
We are, Lori, we are not doing it this afternoon. I had a migraine and then I migraine medicine I never do, and it's my husband's. It must be because I did. It was like worked instant. Brittany and I are doing it, except hey, Michelle K. We are gonna try. Her kid has been sick, and so we're gonna either do it tomorrow night or we're gonna do it Monday when they go back. So it kind of worked out for the better. And then her and I can get together and do, kind of plan it a little better. Michelle K, did you see my world's dumbest criminal video I did for you? Like specifically when I did it, I thought of you. Um, so what is up, y'all? So I gotta tell you something. I think that migraine medicine was like super powered or something. And it made me really hyper too. So that Delphi, so I am not going to do my PayPal link because the Delphi video I did, um, it must have been reported. Thanks, Lori. I didn't even like I didn't get a strike, but I got something that said that it reviewed my content on that video and it thought I needed to change it because of scam and deceptive practices, which I can't think of anything in that Delphi video that would have been scams or deceptive practices. The only thing I can think of is because of that PayPal link. And so I was kind of a dork and read through the terms of services. And it does say that like you can't post a link that's gonna lead people off of YouTube. So I don't even know if that was it or somebody just wanted to report it, which would be sad too, but I don't care. So anyways, I'm just gonna scroll my stuff up at the top. And thank you for anybody who donated. I really appreciate it. Anyways, let's get going. So Brittany and I are still gonna do that. Uh, we're just gonna let her life and my get together. Um, Next week we're gonna cover a couple really fun cases. Okay, why do I say that they're fun? They're not fun. I know, Rena, right? Rena, they did the same for Lindsay. I pumped up Lindsay's on Sunday night. She's been working very hard on it, and it's frustrating because whether you like her or not, for crying out loud, Mandy was in here and like respected me and didn't say one bad thing about her doing a live like that. And it's frustrating because like whether you like a person or not, like we're the voices for these girls. So yeah, that's what I thought, Rena. Somebody probably reported it, so I was like, well, it's not worth the hassle. um but yeah, so I just encourage Lindsay, whether you like it or not, to keep going forward with it. And I don't know, we have to be voices. Hey, Amber's been going crazy with end of school stuff. I know, Lori. Hey, Gladys. Gladys, isn't your birthday this month? It makes me very sad because she has been working hard on it, and I feel like certain people are trying to move away from drama. So why report it? Because then I had to take down Exactly, Rena. I had to take down my Delphi Live because I didn't want to risk, um, a strike or anything like that. And that takes away being a voice for those girls, if that makes sense. Um, Brittany's been going through fire like everybody. Yeah, exactly, Rena. You said it perfect. Lindsay knows I don't favor her, but I plan on attending her Delphi Live. I'm all positive. Yes, amen. All right, Gladys, Sunday's your birthday. We had fourth grade graduation today, and we had kindergarten picnic. I'm lost. Amber, be lost. Me too. I can never keep up, ever. Um, but what, babe? I need to do.
Ones are the Buick keys.
I don't know. The one that says Buick. Um, I know she is, Gladys. I know, and I felt bad by her community post. And I don't know if y'all like her, fine. If you don't, encourage her. Um, give a encouraging message to stick with it and go for it, because regardless, it's steering away from drama and it's doing true crime and it's being a voice for these two young girls. And oh, Lori, I don't blame you at all. Nope. No, Lori, you got to be safe too. um you got to no, I completely agree with that. Yeah, Amber, and she has been working very hard on this, and no one deserves that. So um if you can pop her a little message and stuff. Let's talk about a few different cases that we're going to do next week. So, one thing is, um, I was reading a little bit more about the Buffalo shooting, y'all, and it was bizarre how much are they giving? Yes, Rena, very much so. Very much so, Rena. And y'all, kudos to Mandy. Whether you like, I'm trying to find positives in people. Whether you like her or not, when she was in here and I said was pumping up Lindsay's live, Mandy said, "I respect Parker. I'm not going to say anything." So I mean, if she can do it, like y'all can do it, okay? And not you guys, but the people in this community. Um, so the Buffalo shooter, what it kind of sounds like to me is apparently Gen 8, I'm going to cover that case at some point. I've looked into that a lot. So is Melissa Jade. And she was going to do some of it as well. And Gen 8, thank you for the Cash App. I was responding to you and then I wasn't sure how to do it. Exactly, Lori. So it seems like what happened with him was that he hid a lot from his parents. But what it sounds more like was that his parents, the Camry Hallett Black Cat, I'll look it up. I'm open to all cases. I told Tam, I think Lee, Tamsy, something that I would look into an Australian case. Um, but it looks like his parents felt guilty. So what he did is a lot of manipulation. Like his big manifesto stated about how he didn't tell them and he's hid this for so long and stuff like that, and that he loves it because he can manipulate them and they don't know anything. Instead, they just kind of do what he wants. Let me tell you this, you guys, what I found out. Okay. Big sign, right? I think we can all. First of all, guys, two things. Holy cow, listen to this. Okay, listen to this. All right. In March, when he came here, he got a speeding ticket. Gladys, thank you for giving me a chance, by the way. I didn't know if you were still in here. Thank you for giving me a chance. I have made a lot of apologies, but while I'm thinking about it, I want to apologize to you for being a terrible person to you as well. And thank you for giving me a chance to change my behavior. And plus, we're birthday month twins, so I mean, we kind of got to get along. Um, in March, he got a speeding ticket, which he hid from his parents. And y'all know where his speeding ticket happened? I about fell over. My town. Thank you, Rena. My town. I almost fell out of bed last night reading it. He was going through my town. Oh, Gladys, just, little tit for tat things, little passive aggressive comments when I was in, her mods and stuff. I wasn't really terrible, but I was terrible to people you care about, and that's enough, you know? Um, Not even joking you. He was going through because his first stop was he considered Rochester. So the direction he had to go from my house to Rochester. Oh, Lori, water under the bridge. Water under the bridge, but thank you. Same as well. Hi, Solo. And he got a ticket in my town. And it's so hard when I saw that to go, this is the Buffalo shooter we're talking about, to go, holy crap. He just drove through. Hey, Sherry. He drove through my town. It's just a really weird. It is, Gladys. It is just a very weird feeling. So I imagine Lori living that close to Delphi and knowing certain things has to be that way as well. But one thing I wanted to say was that in March, he found a cat in his this was a big sign. He found a cat, a feral cat, it said, attacking his cat in the garage. He bashed the cat's head against the concrete numerous times, took a knife, stabbed the cat, and decapitated the cat, and then took pictures of it. If I don't know much, okay, Jen 8. Sorry, trigger warning. I'm so sorry, Jen. But yes, thank you. Actually, I'm gonna pin that. I forget about that. Um if I know a lot, I don't know a lot, but if I remember correctly, isn't like being able to animal abuse one of the top signs? Well, what it said is he wrote in his book, his private Discord that only he was a part of, that he felt nothing looking at this cat. He felt nothing and he thought he would, and he felt blah. He felt nothing. Hi, Cotton Candy. But his mom, he said he called his mom. She brought him a box and they buried it in a shallow grave out back. Now, I do believe that then his parents overcompensated and were like, oh, they blamed themselves for his issues and stuff like that. Because as a mom, if my kid did that, holy crap. Like, we're talking in counseling 6 times a week out of 7 days. Life in the Redkin. Black Cat, I want to look into that. Because Black Cat, my mom's very intrigued about and asked me to cover that case. Life in the Red Kim, the uh, Buffalo shooter did this in March. Life in the Red Kim, I found out he got a speeding ticket in my town in March on his way through to basically stalk out where he was going to do this. But but in my hey, shut the f up, Donnie. In my opinion, like that is a huge sign. I can't imagine like being a mom and saying, "Oh, okay. Well, it's okay that you did that. Here's a box." And maybe that's just because I'm in the true crime community, but I thought that was a really big sign of like something's messed up. This whole manifesto that he had, this Discord was private, and he talked to himself for months until a half hour before he did it, and then unprivate it to 4 people. So there's just a lot of signs, and he said like I manipulate my parents. Um, they feel bad. They think their issues are my issues are their fault, so they never check. They don't realize that I'm selling silver coins to stock up on ammo. Like it was just insane. So that was just crazy to me. And I feel like once paid the bones to like once he yeah, thanks, Jen. Once he realized he didn't feel anything for the cat, I think for him that was like a all right, I can do this type thing. Um, is what I think. So the cases we're gonna get into next week, y'all, is I'm gonna pick one other. So I've got some of your recommendations in here, but the McStay family, which I am now obsessed with because I've read it and read it and read it and read it, and I don't know how I feel about it. And forgive me of his name because I cannot say it, but the Dior Kuntz, I think is his name. Like how you say it. The Kenka Jenkins. I can look at that one too. Hey, can you all go to my my computerity post? I probably thought of computers because Life in the Red Kim is here and Crafton's probably hacking my account. Kim, I thought Crafton was supposed to be paying my bills hacking my account. Let's go. Um, just playing. That's what I always said when people called him a hacker before. I said that he should be paying my bills if he's hacking. But anyways, the McStay is everybody here familiar with the McStay case? McStay family case? I'm just curious. Well, I'm done with him hacking if he's not going to start. I could do one of Chris Watts. I tend to not like to go on Watts Island very much, but I don't mind doing one on it. The McStay family really, really crushed me. This is a family of four in California that was, they believe, murdered by his business partner, but the business partner is adamant that he didn't do it, and there's so little evidence that it's hard. He was sentenced to death, but it is a very, very I don't know, it's a hard case. And so this is basically two people, a husband and wife, and two of their kids. They thought they escaped to Mexico. Their remains were found. They all died pretty much of massive blunt force trauma, and they believe that they were like tortured in the process of that. So, hey, MJ's life, that one we're gonna do. And like I said, his business partner has been sentenced to death for it. But there's some things that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I think there's a lot more than we know, so I'm going to research that. And the Dior Kuntz, I don't know if that's how you say his name, case is wild. I'm going to be watching some documentaries on that this weekend. That is that little boy that was visiting a campground and um, with his parents, and basically his parents went to get something and came back, and it was this long thing where basically he just disappeared and no one knows ever what happened to him. But parents' story has changed and the grandfather's story has changed. And absolutely, Lori, I'll take any help you got. Any help, absolutely. John Bonet is another one. OJ, yes. Chandler Halderson. No, I'll have to look that one up. Lori, especially the Dior case, because that is that to me sounds like another Summer Wells type case. Um, I've avoided Summer Wells because I'm kind of behind in it for one, and for two, a lot of drama comes with it. But and I also told somebody I would look into Amaya Robertson. From what I've read, I haven't read a lot right now, but she is a 8-month-old baby, I believe, that was taken. That's gotten very little coverage. Um, so I'm working on that as well. So let me just read you the McStay family, okay? This one we'll do first. I have my note. I gotta see. I just gotta stick with writing my notes. And on February 4th, 2010, the family disappeared from their home in Fallbrook, California. Their bodies were found in a desert near Victorville, California, on November 13th. Uh, on November 2014, they arrested Charles Chase Merritt, Joseph McStay, or for McStay's business partner. Yep, I sure will. Like the Lane case. I can look that up, Black Cat. Background: McStay had a business selling like fountains, like earth fountains, you know. Chandler killed his parents. He was sentenced that year, but there's a lot that. Oh, Solo. That sounds like right up my alley. Um, Here's a little bit. She was a real estate agent. She had over 100,000. They had like over $100,000 in their account. Um, they think that he killed them because he had a gambling addiction, and that he withdrew like $21,000 in checks off of Joseph's account and then went on a gambling spree or something. But this is why it's kind of hard, is because a neighbor's surveillance camera captured the bottom 18 inches of a vehicle, and it was thought to be McStay's family's Isuzu Trooper. But in the recording, the vehicle's occupants can't be seen. At 8:28, a call was placed from Joseph's cell to his business associate, Charles Merritt, which went to voicemail. Merritt later told police that he ignored the voicemail because he was watching a movie, but Joseph's cell phone pinged in Fallbrook, which is where they live. Um, Over the next several days, McStays unsuccessfully tried to contact the family. The brother went days later to the residence, found an open window in the back, climbed in, got into their home. He didn't find anything, but the dogs were in the backyard, so he reported them missing. Although a search of the house found no evidence of a struggle or foul play, there was indications of a quick departure. A carton of eggs had been left on the counter, and two child-sized bowls of popcorn sat on the sofa. The interesting part, though, is that they think that they were actually tortured and killed within the home, but it was kind of like a Watts thing. Like nothing was ever really found by dogs or anything like that. So then you have to wonder, how did one individual clean up so much if these people were tortured and um, make sure she and killed brutally with a there was like a 3 pound sledgehammer. Um, the dad was Yeah, Lori, the dad had electrical wire around his neck. Like, how are people cleaning up these crime scenes? Like, I imagine that's a lot of blood. And it's just a really, because the kids were 3 and 4, and it's just really awful. Um, if that's true that he went on a gambling spree. Chandler killed his parents. He was Let me see another. John Bonet. What did Black Cat say? What was the other one? Um, you know what? I feel like I remember the Chandler Halderson. Hey, Becca Chu. Oh, and we've talked a little bit before about Harmony Montgomery. How does a child, how does this system just lose a kid? Hey, Becca Chu, like, I don't understand that. I don't, like, 2 years this kid has been unaccounted for. Somebody's got to make that make sense for me. And I feel like we're just losing kids. That's what I feel like. We're just losing kids. It's just, oh, Chandler Hall. Yes. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. I was trying to look up some of these ones you're talking about. Isn't Lizzie Borden the ones that killed her parents like really badly? Now I got distracted. Y'all just got me distracted. Yeah, it does MJ's life. And Dior, that case, it just, like, I look at my kids and I think like how much I love them. Yes, they drive me crazy. And they drive. Yes. Isn't there a song my mom used to? This is so terrible that my mom taught me. Lizzie Borden had an axe. She gave her father 40 whacks, and when she saw what she had done, she gave her mother 41 or something like that. Yeah. So I'm so demented. Um, I thought at one point we would talk about like how kids we would do like one night where open up the panel where like kids are being lost in the system. And can somebody please not kill me, but remind me of what the case was where basically the teacher fought for him, but he was brutally beaten to death? It was a really big case. I want to say it started with a G, his name, and I cannot remember what. Gabe. It's a really big case. How can I not remember? Um, Gabriel. Okay. Yes. Yes. That is another case. So I thought about doing like a little series about, open panel. What do you think? Fernandez, okay. Why do you think we're losing kids? This kind of stuff. What's in place? Um, but I don't want it to come across that I'm blaming CPS. So what I was thinking we could do was if I could find somebody that's a social worker, with good credentials that has some experience within the, even if it's an advocate or something within the system of foster care and stuff like that, to be able to just kind of talk about, okay, what's the biggest challenge within the system? Oh my gosh, so that's crazy. Um, what do you think the downfall is? Is it illegitimate calls, which we clearly know happen on YouTube? Is it lack of workers? Is the pay too low, so we don't have enough workers to cover all the cases? That's what I wondered, Lori. Like things like that. But is there like some sort of a clause where like social workers can't talk about the system, or is it just like they can't talk about certain cases? Oh my gosh, MJ's life. Yeah, Gen 8, but will that come across accusatory, y'all, if that's what I'm doing? Because that's not what my intention is. Does she beckett you? I just want to better understand because I don't want to walk around being like, CPS sucks. They're not doing anything. In the Gabriel Fernandez case, yeah, they dropped the ball big time. Um, but like, I just need to understand how the system works and where things are going wrong and how kids such as Harmony Montgomery are lost or what. Yeah, Becca Chu, I'll look into that. And it's just, and we might even come across, like even an advocate or a retired one. Yeah, when it comes to individual cases, I'm sure it is a privacy thing, but maybe overall, like somebody can just say, well, this is how it works. This is what, because I do think we've seen it on here, y'all. Like there's enough cases in this country as it is. And we've got people on here calling CPS just for kicks, because we think that somebody isn't parenting up to our level, which, oh my gosh, I hope somebody parents better than my level because I'm a hot mess. No, I'm just kidding. Um, we had two terrible cases of step parents killing kids in the UK. They happened during lockdown. Yeah, so I heard that during lockdown, there was just a lot of that kind of stuff that happened. Kids were being lost. Uh, the one in Dallas, wasn't that part like, yeah, Cash and my good friend. No, MJ's life, I totally understand that. It's a hot button issue for a lot of people. There's a woman that lives, she said I could interview her. So I'm kind of excited. She lives about 45 minutes from here. She has a channel of about 400,000 people. Um, it's Doherty by the dozen, Doherty dozens, and she has 12 kids. Um, 4 of them are her own and the rest are fosters that were adopted, but she's amazing. Like, those kids, she was a special ed teacher, her husband is still a special ed teacher, but when those kids are lavished with like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's amazing. And some people were just meant to be parents like that, and she was. She's organized. It is awesome. But the 2 kids that they just received, that they just got, is through a program called Kinship. And so she's really trying to encourage that. And what that is that's not foster care. That's I'm sorry, I'm rambling about this, but it's important. That is where like she met that people and then they became like friends of the family, and so they're going through their own thing right now, so they can't keep the kids, but rather than put them into the actual foster system, it's like something called kinship where they just stay with them for a period of time with friends in the family. And she said that a lot of as it is here have always struggled to. Oh wow. Wow, black cat. What she said is a lot of the times what is happening is people are being asked, okay, do you have any family, blah, 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 that family that your kids can go to? And when they say no, then they put them right in foster care. Where what should be happening is if they don't have family, then extend that to, do you have any friends of the family that would, be willing to care? And then basically that's what happened with these other 2 kids. And she's amazing. Like when they came in, when any kid comes to the home and she gets one. Um, Now she's adopted all of them, but the 2 that just came in, and she won't adopt them. She'll, um, give them back when the parents are ready. But like they all pretty much, but a lot of the adopted ones have relationships with with their biological family. She's really good about including them, even though they're adopted. She makes sure she takes each kid when they first come in to the store to get like exactly what they want, comfort food, she calls it, so that they can feel comfortable. She's just a really great person. And I think her special ed background obviously really helps with that. But teenager, I'm now 40. Oh man, solo. I would, if you ever feel up to like having a conversation one off with me and I can interview you but not give your name, that would be awesome. I didn't see what you got to look up for Mercy First in New York. I covered it and so many kids missing for this facility. MJ's life, I will. I will definitely. It has have always struggled. It took 3 attempts to guess. Oh my gosh, Black Cat. That is terrible. That is terrible. So what is it? So becoming a foster parent, it's not easy, is it? Like how are people that aren't qualified, that aren't good foster parents becoming foster parents? That's my question. I know literally, shame on me, I know nothing about the system. Nothing. Okay. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. Okay. And is it true some people foster for money? Like that you do get paid? Do it 2 times a year to CPS. They always need bad bags, duffel bags, because they usually only have trash bags. Are there gotcha, MJ's life. Are there things like okay, I know there's not orphanages and stuff anymore in the United States, right? Like that's not what they call them, but are there places kids go if there's absolutely no one to take them, or do they go directly into foster care? I don't know how I got on this count, but I'm just curious. Oh, okay, MJ's life. I'm gonna look that up. Mercy's first. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like there's a disconnect somewhere. And I do know I had a friend who was a social worker. Um, and it is a tough job. Wow. Oh, and I remember my mom was a fire. Wow. That's crazy, Michelle. I remember that like a few years back, there was this family, like the little girl had lice so bad that you could see them like crawling just up on her hairline and stuff. And I remember CPS getting called so many times on this family, but they had to have known something because every time that the family where they'd go to, like CPS would show up, the family would have cleaned and everything. So like you could never tell that anything was wrong. And so they always got away with it. Oh, MJ's life, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, Black Cat. I Some of our good friends have two babies and a 9-year old, and they originally weren't going to their foster parents, the 9-year old, keep him, but now he's just part of the family, so they're adopting him. Yeah, yeah, teens it's hard because you don't the issues that they're coming with, can be very difficult. A lot of them, if they've had some rough home lives, then they have defense. It is a lot. I'm sure teens and everybody wants like you said, the babies to the younger kids, they can kind of mold them into, you know yeah, Lori, I've always wondered that, which always made me wonder if they knew somebody within the system that was telling them, because I thought it was supposed to be unannounced. I just feel like there's an overabundance of kids being lost or kids disappearing because it's like Summer Wells. Like, how does a kid? I understand. I don't know a lot about the case, but I know that the mother's, if I'm correct, the mother is what everybody think is this a suspect. I don't understand how like a child just disappears. Like it doesn't make sense. But I also don't know how, as a mother or a parent, you can. Yeah, Black Cat. Is that the Harmony Montgomery, the one that basically was lost for this past 2 years, and um, Child Protective never knew about it? Yeah, they were looking for her. They just dug something up. Let's see if there's any news on that. Yeah, 2.5 years. Says her 2 years she went without being reported missing, and yep, no update on. There's 100-page. Hey, Boston. So Boston. Yes, Boston is my kind of mom. I don't blame you at all, but happy graduation. Oh yeah, MJ's life. That's right. The mother didn't know. The whole theory on Summer is that a friendly took her. I hope so, Gen 8. It said there's 100-page report that Harmony's needs and well-being were not prioritized in her custody placement. Gosh, that is awesome. Oh, the stepmom was released on bail, it says.
Really, just say that's awesome.
What are you doing? Her daughter graduated.
Oh,
You can't see the chat.
ow, finger.
Did you want to say hi, Nima? Braden, you could say hi if
I
you
know
want.
all the film people I'll never know.
My children. This kid in one of the foster homes, she would die by how she was. Holy crap, Solo. Oh, absolutely, MJ's life. Yeah, the mom is clearly, oh, she's so pretty too. Or obviously it doesn't matter. Like the daughter is just so gorgeous. The stepmom, holy heck. I just saw a picture of her. Wow. Anyways, yes, that's an interesting. But if you like Summer Wells, disappears. Harney Montgomery disappears. Dior disappears. Oh, these parents, it's like they're I guess I don't understand how something can happen to your kid and you know what happened to them and then you just can hide it. It doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't make any sense. My kids are 13, he'll be 14 in August. My daughter just turned 12 and my youngest will be 10 June 18th. So my last baby is in double digits.
Hey, why are you allowed to tell them what our age is, but we're not allowed to tell people on Fortnite what our age is?
Because I'm monitoring why. Yes, you're not telling people on Fortnite what your ages are.
Well, I don't want to. I'll see.
Oh, Amber, that's cool. Yeah, it is chill. I like this a lot. This works out well. Um, yeah, all my babies are gonna be in double digits. My daughter so badly wants me to have another one, but I'm all sewed up and I only had one ovary left, so that's not happening.
We need to adopt a
I'm not
baby
adopting
boy.
a baby. I want a
Use all the money
house
you're-
first.
Use all the money you have for your house on the baby boy.
Use all the money I have on a house on a baby.
We could be homeless, but with baby.
What, Lori? That's near Delphi? 7 girls? Holy cow. Oh, MJ's life.
Holy cow.
I know, Solo. Yeah, and then I have a inherited child who comes over after school basically every day. Parker is your kid? Is 24, Lori?
Mommy, I haven't been able to listen to Spotify on my phone
Okay.
at school.
Why do you have your brother's shorts on?
Huh?
Why do you have your brother's shorts on
Because I
and
couldn't
shirt?
find any
You have
shorts.
all of his clothes on right now.
Except for the socks. And the underwear.
But yeah, Solo, I agree. I agree. They can't just disappear without a trace. 7 girls, Lori. We need to look into that because that's nuts. Lori, being that you live so close to Delphi, I know you can't really say much, but is it scary for you sometimes? Like to live there and just know that the person's not caught, or does it just feel surreal for you? Yeah, Jen. Jen, that's actually my tomboy daughter who has all of her brother's clothes on right now, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm just curious, Lori. That would be super hard for me. 7 girls under 13 missing in your town. Well, I've been looking into where the Delphi town, and something's really weird, and I can't put my finger on it. Like her beer case is horrendous too. Black Cat is like a true crime aficionado. Oh, my kids are 37, 32, 28, and 3 grandchildren. I almost thought you said, oh, well, Lori, grandchildren are the best. I mean, I don't have any, but I look forward to it someday. Yeah, MJ's life. I thought you were saying, Lori, that you had a 37, 32, 28, and a 3-year-old, but now I get it, 3 grandchildren.
I'm ahead.
Nehemiah is smart and does well in his class. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
According to your cousin, he does. My cousin is a social worker at my kid's school, and it's awesome because she'll message me and be like,
I know. I saw Megan today.
so and so is doing great in class, or
Did I do good in class? What did she say?
lack it.
You should tell them I got.
Oh my gosh, Lori. Oh,
You should tell them I got 50 push-ups.
I will. I hope that there's a day that everything is solved so you are able to talk a little bit about it. That would be very terrifying. I can't believe you searched for it. That is nuts. MJ's like, you have grandkids? I thought you were like in your 30s. Not that you can't have grandkids in 30s, but still. I can't believe you searched, Lori, for them.
Oh, never mind.
I better not have any
If
grandkids
you
right
have
now.
grandkids in your 30s, but you're 40.
Yes, I'm 40, Haven. Wow, Lori, that's crazy.
Memorial Weekend sale for Realtree.
My daughter is clearly joining us for this live and not. Okay, y'all, I better get off. It's about to storm. So I